Yo, welcome back everybody. Today we have a pretty cool Gallywix game showing off, well, this one's really just a late game pivot. We take the middle of the game, we look really solid, we build up a big board, and we realize the late game is going to be a poison scam counterboard to us. We've all been in those situations, right? You're like, damn, I hate poison. Reborn my Exnas, Divine Shield poison, that counters everything, right? Well, I mean, if you're Gallywix and you go to 6, you have a lot of gold, you can pivot around pretty much anything. And when you see that they're going to be little poison, Divine Shield, all that kind of stuff, then you start building into death rattles. You pick up a little cleave, maybe an Omega Buster, maybe a gas coiler, whatever it might be, and suddenly you have multiple minions on the board that 2-for-1 or 3-for-1 trade their board. And once you get into those kind of states, they're stuck. They're already in poison scam. There's nowhere to go from that. And then you can just pivot and win. It's a cool game. I figured, you know what? Why not put it up there since the poison conversation keeps coming up? All right, enjoy. Alright, we get our buddy next turn. We really want to play this turn for like, I don't know, actually doing something would be preferable instead of just rolling. Alright. It's okay. We just have nothing to do other than buff a Trickster. Like, it's such a shitty Gallywix game. We have nothing going for us at the moment. Seems like a chill chat compared to JJ and RDU or whatever. Sure. I mean, that's kind of the nature of it, right? Over time, chat kind of forms around people that behave very similarly or have different or have similar priorities or taste or whatever it might be. Lurkers, streamers love lurkers. Engagement's good too. From the standpoint if you're really trying to make it as like a content creator, people that say one thing in chat in a day, they help a little bit more than a person that's completely silent. Because you get a level of engagement with the channel and that can lead to sponsorships and whatnot. Like, it's not just like, don't get me wrong, I lurk in most people's channels. It's such an infinitesimal advantage to do it that I'm not like trying to make people say, oh my god, you gotta say one thing. That's why we made the joke the other day about attendance. Like, didn't you realize when you get here you're supposed to check in? Like, damn dude, you missed attendance today. Bruh. Alright, we'll take it. He's pretty happy he got his kills. We're pretty happy that we get our win. Who's a lurker that don't know that word? I mean, the vast majority of people on Twitch are lurkers. I am also a lurker. Interesting. Let's see if we can find something else. Alright, Divine Shield's okay. So is the Demon. kind of like the demon. All right, I think I like this as the best line. Okay. Okay. So we make a big trickster. We make a reasonable size little demon here too. And we stabilize the game. Shield is okay. If we found another token, then it would have been really nice. If we found this triple, that's cool. We would have taken a shot at a 5 if we could have. We can't. Yeah, usually the word lurker just is intended to indicate somebody that is watching but not talking. And the vast majority of people that watch streams are lurkers by that definition. It's not a negative term. It's just a shorthand term. People that are not talking. And like I said, the vast majority of Twitch users are lurkers. We have 700 people in the stream. If they're all talking, it'd be nuts in here. Yeah, out of the... we have about 3,000 to 4,000 unique viewers in the channel in a given day. And of them, about 400 to 500 say something. In a given day. So it's somewhere around 10%. If you want, like, you know, real numbers there. Something. There you go. About 10% will say anything in the channel. I mean, I know I don't. In the vast majority of channels I watch, I don't say anything. What's the point? This will totally die. All right, we're gonna see if we can go to 6 soon. Could be useful to have a couple extra stats on the Baron in the short term. 3/9 can trade a couple little minions in the early stages of the game. Arrogant streamer isn't going to read my message anyway. Happens sometimes. The bigger the stream, the fewer messages you read. Like when it pops off in here, especially when it pops off and it's in the middle of a turn. Like like my screen, if you look at my stream interface, like this is my stream interface that I have on the other monitor. Like, that's how many messages I see before I will never see a statement that was made before. So, like, 10 messages go, and if I glance back at chat 30 seconds later, it's more likely than not, I don't see the message at all. Mom, I'm on screen. Mom, look at me. I made it. I'm famous. More likely than not, I just don't see a message. But I mean, if it's you specifically, I actually ignore you. Person in chat. Only so much you can do at once? Yeah, for sure. And usually I just pick one statement and read it out loud, especially if it's like the first one that I read that is something worth engaging into. And I don't read any further than that. Even if there are 10 messages on the screen, I'm not reading all 10 and choosing one of them. It's just like, oh, don't worry, chat. Bofur ignores us all. There you go. That's what I'm going to engage with for the next 30 seconds while I look at the other stream. Or the other screen. At the other stream, we may cycle to take the extra gold off of this. Now we definitely will. You're good. There's a brand. Can I open 5 slots? No. Not until next turn. It's better to just do it next turn, right? The 1 6-star isn't gonna be a viable thing to take. Evening Bofur just tuned in. Yo, what's good? Rads Drags. Bofur reads my comments every time. Meta note subsection 3. Keck W. Need to be the most recent chat. It's not always the most recent person. It's just like something I look at from time to time. Like keeping a running dialogue with chat is one of my priorities. What? Sold his board and conceded a triple on his buddy turn and just give up. No, nothing on the board. I'm out of here. I love this thing. I like this too. Is it Argus? All right, fine. That's not mine. How you like me now? I guess Goldrin? God, the game's just all glitchy. We only have 2 tribes for Amalgadon. Just hit. Keck W. Just hit Keck W. The first one was great. Yeah, 4 adapt Amalgadon, hit Divine Shield Poison. The second one hit Poison, which is good. Good. Not perfect, but good. We'll take it. That's high rolling for you? Yeah, it's just transition turn. All we did was sit still for a turn, gather up a couple tokens, found a Khadgar, hit 3 triples. 4 triples in a turn. Like, that's our way forward in this game. Now we have 22 gold. For next turn, we go to 6. Yeah, this good Amalgadon was great, but it could have been not Divine Shield and not Poison. We still murder this guy, right? It's just great for the future. It's an 8% lethal. Yeah, if those odds were accurate, he should be pissed. I don't really care about Selfless. Maybe I do. It's pretty early in the game. I realize I'm Gallywix and not buying things. It pisses me off too. But what am I buying? It's not, these aren't battle cries that affect the board, damn it. These things suck. That does absolutely nothing on this board. We have 4 minions on the board. Oh shit. Maybe something like that. There's not a real risk of cleave. This will die. We could just do this. Shit, we could just do this for that matter. That way if he does have cleave somehow, he cleaves this with this. And I'm gonna restart the game client. Holy shit, it's laggy. We can still see the combat if we restart right now. Up the attack on the poison Amalgadons? Yeah, I know, right? It's still worth selling if we're gonna buy on that final board, right? I mean, you got Divine Shield on the Amalgadon, huge. Yeah, it's nice. I like having it. Why you gotta zap me, bro? right. Why? It's a griefer spore. Alright, we'll take it. Small loss. It's kind of where we know we are in this game. Like, we didn't hit well enough. We will maybe be able to come back because, you know, Golden Brand, Mogul, everything we have in this game. It's a lot of stats. We want to play every card we can through. This is beautiful. I understand I have Amalgadon problems. It's really not the end of the world. Not taunting more things that I want to get buffed here. We're just gonna end up not taking an Amalgadon from these choices. Kind of like keeping you. I think I'm gonna take the Amalgadon then. Look to see if there's anything here worth taking. We can take the beast. This is a good beast. What about the Fellbat? I can take a Fellbat for a turn. I'm going to keep a Murloc on the board. Zap, Coiler. This is a ghost, guys. We're not using the moguls this turn. I realized when we were fighting the ghost in the middle of the turn that I really should just do this. Because I don't expect to lose to this guy, and we're going to have so much gold next turn to play the moguls, and we can look for the golden brand too for the extra stats, and stats are still relevant against this guy. He has 1 poison. It's definitely going to be relevant against him, right? So we might as well get as much value as we possibly can off of the moguls. And if we have 2 turns to do this, then we'll just take the Amalgadon. It opens up the board spots to take all of the little tokens. Alright, well, I'd like to play my turn and not just be all death rattles. $86 seconds. Okay. This definitely isn't going to happen. Go. 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 Don't care. Don't care. Don't care. Definitely don't care. Sephin. Mech is a different tribe. Boo. Boo. Argus. Sure, sure. Okay. You're pretty shitty, you know that? How big does this need to be? 20s? We might be able to get it there next turn. These are going here. Like, don't give a shit about that. We look for module, we look for reborn. We have 1 million health here. Gonna use buddy? Yeah, I mean, they're going on the trickster. We're just gonna dump stats on the board. The question is how much poison can he put up there? And getting this thing Divine Shield would be really good. It's a good hit off a Bran. He gets 7 hits off of poison. We do have spores, but they're late spores, so that's not great. Also, why did all the health go on the same minion? Ew. Alright, win or a tie. He's all poison scam at this point, so we need to play for Ghoul, we need to play for Selfless Hero, and we need to play for Divine Shield. Obviously, Ghoul kind of fucks with your Divine Shield side of things. You play for Zap. You can play for a bigger taunt. Potentially. This is so good. If we get Baron, like, he can't beat this comp. We will just transition out of this build into a different build. We look for Reborn. There was a Ghoul. Yeah, Ghoul's okay now. I don't know if I want it though. Not with the Mega Buster. I think I still do. It's close. We'll see. We have to transition into Baron if we're going to do it that way. So you can see what the problem is for him. He doesn't have enough health on the board. If we just go all in on death rattles, then he's not going to be able to put enough stats on the board. Yeah, that's irrelevant. The Trickster's kind of irrelevant here. We take a cleave. We take a poison, we take a couple little minions off of this. If we get one Baron, we're just invincible to him. Yo, Pansy Scheme, thank you for the Prime sub, dude. Pocket 10s a few minutes ago, thank you for the 4 months. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. I mean, this is good too. Like, my Exon is probably the weakest thing on the board, right? Then Trickster or Zap. Will you trade for it? We'll see. I'm gonna go cleave into Omega Buster first, so like Zap's gonna go because it's easy for him to counterplay. I don't know. We should probably sell this for the Mechano Tank as well. It's debatable. It's very debatable. So we get this to die first. Ideally, this dies first. So Kangors brings back Omega Buster and Foe Reaper. That's kind of the idea here. Unfortunately, we didn't get it. And now we're going to lose this thing next. Oh, we lost a Malgadon as the second one. Which is okay. It still gets us there. If you play tank, we play down so many stats, it's a little bit sus. But yeah, if he goes Poison Scam, we just go Death Rattles. We have so much gold, we can just pivot on 6. This is what we talk about all the time, that Poison Scam isn't that strong in this game. It's a good way to stabilize a bad game, but you rarely win with it. Because people can just go to 6 and buy Coiler or Death Rattles or whatever, and you just transition your comp into something that beats that, because you've already cornered yourself. The swipey boy. The swipey boy was genius. Yeah, the swipey boy was good there. The swipey boy, and then playing in the tech pieces that work with it. We're just gonna summon multiple versions of this card. Now, if this hits Ghoul, then it doesn't die, and that's probably something to consider. You could just lead with Trickster into this, Poison's hard to beat when it's backed up by high health. Yeah, but that's called a winning board.